Isolation protocol day 90. I hope it's working this time. This is attempt number 3. For some reason, every time I go to post it, it drops from, the first one was 9 minutes, and it dropped it to like 42 seconds. I don't know what happened to the rest of the video. Anyhow, it is Monday, Memorial Day. Just my thoughts are with all of those who have died in wars. It's a horrible, useless way to go. Yeah, I always say that my birthday is Memorial Day so that people will remember it. But Memorial Day is really to remember those who have died fighting in wars. And nobody really wants to remember that because dying in a war. Okay, I'm not going to get political on you. But yeah, it is hot. It is 90 degrees. For those of you who are not in the United States, that's 32. Hot. It wasn't supposed to get this hot today, and it's going to get hotter. Even my eyes are sweating. I had my hair in a ponytail with, see, my shirt, this cute little clip, well, not clip, it's a leather thing with a stick, that I got last time we were in San Diego, in a little leather shop in Old Town. But if I don't have my hair tied back with a hairband first, it slides right out. And I lost my hairbands. They were all, I had probably about a dozen of them, on a carabiner in my purse. And when I went to put my hair back, it's missing. I have looked everywhere for it, well, everywhere that I could. I am still in a lot of pain from falling the other day. I don't remember if I told you that I fell or not, but yeah, I was getting ready to wash my hair, slipped and fell in the bathroom, and it took more than, oh, my neighbor just started up the lawnmower. Sorry if you hear that. I'm not going to complain. He mows my lawn, trims my trees, does all the work around my yard, cleans up the driveway, everything. So yeah, the driveway goes all the way into my backyard, and he gets rid of all the weeds and everything that grow up the center driveway. I just have 2 concrete strips that go where the tires roll, and the rest of it is weeds and rocks. So that's a lot of work. That's a lot of work. The concrete was probably put in when the house was built a little over 100 years ago. It is crumbling, to say say the least. It's missing completely in spots. Uh, you don't want to walk on it in the dark. You will trip over where it has gone. Yeah. Another benefit of living in an earthquake zone is that it's also not straight. It will shift and move, and so yeah, it's kind of a zigzag to get down there, and it is literally inches of clearance from my house to my neighbor's house. We share the driveway. It goes between our houses, right between our kitchens. So I can look out my kitchen window right into hers and vice versa. So it's a tight fit. When Carrie brings her truck by to drop off groceries, she has to park out in front because her truck doesn't fit. I've got an Xterra, an SUV, and its wheelbase and size, bumper to bumper, side to side, is actually smaller than what you would consider a compact car. It's very, very small on the outside. Once you're inside, it is very roomy, very, very big. You're sitting up very high. It's a very tall car, which causes, rollover issues when you're off-roading, so I have to be careful when I do that. But I love that car. Love that car. Carrie bought it for me, and pays the insurance and registration for me. So thank you very much, Carrie. Uh, Absolutely love that car. I should probably go out and change the oil as soon as it cools off, though, because It's about a month overdue. Not that I've driven it in the last couple months more than a couple of miles. Uh, I did drive the dogs for a ride last night. My legs were hurting too much to take them for a walk, and I kind of like them to at least, sniff out the neighborhood. So I threw them in the car, rolled down the windows. They sat quietly in the back seat. Uh, each one had their head out one side or the other, out the windows. And I was driving around. I drove about a mile away. I drove down to the cemetery and back. And as I'm coming back, just about 4 blocks from here, they closed off an entire intersection plus 1 block in each direction. Well, the center of it is 3 abandoned buildings on the 3 corners and a gas station on the 4th corner that is owned by a family, a couple of sisters, and I think there's a daughter or a son that also works there. I've seen the kid. I can't tell if it's a boy or a girl. This child, I'll just say they. I had a slow leak in one of my tires, and I went out there and pulled out my walker so that I could have something to sit on and climb back up when I had to get down on my knees to put air in the tire. And this kid came running out, and they pumped the air for me and took care of that. I went to 2 other gas stations. Salisbury, don't do that. Don't do it. Don't do it. Sit, sit, sit all the way down. Don't you tell me no. Anyhow, I had gone to 3 other gas stations that are closer to me. Yeah, I think 3. And none of them had their air compressors working. So I go up to this gas station that looks like it is falling apart. 2 of the pumps don't work. They've got uh, tape over them so that you can't one of them doesn't even have a hose. But yeah, nicest people. And that kid came out and was the sweetest kid, probably about maybe 14 years old, give or take, I guess. Hard to tell, very, very hard to tell. Uh, wearing a hoodie that covered the face. But yeah, put air in the tires, checked all of them for me, not just the one that I said was low, and ended up having to put air in another tire as well. Anyhow, that was the center of the police action, and it really makes me worried because such nice people in such a bad neighborhood, there's no businesses around them that are open anymore. The hardware store that was directly across the street from them closed about a year ago. The dry cleaner closed maybe 10 years ago and has been a site for all kinds of illegal activity, squatters and stuff. And then there's a church um, that is in what used to be a laundromat, and it's now a church on the diagonal opposite corner, but that closed down, so that's also empty. And now all the windows are boarded up because every one of them was broken. Um, People were living in it for a while, and it caught on fire, so there's a wall with a big hole in it that they have attempted to board up, but the boards keep getting ripped down. And so, yeah, it's really unfortunate that it's in such a rundown, really bad neighborhood. Such a bad neighborhood, in fact, that I say Verizon doesn't even come here. Yeah, I have one intermittent bar of signal on my cell phone, um, which is why I tend to text people more than anything, because I keep dropping calls. I won't even hold a call. And a text can get sent through in a burst when it finds signal. Anyhow, so yeah, I had to go all the way around the cemetery and come back to my house the back way. So it's kind of scary. I didn't see anything in the news. I haven't seen anything anywhere to find out what happened, but there were at least a dozen police vehicles with flashy lights and spotlights on and closing the streets and, like I said, in every direction for a whole block. They were even making people who lived upstairs above the the closed down laundromat. There's a couple apartments above that building. But they made those people leave the building, and they were standing in the street about a block away. So, yeah, scary, scary area here. Fortunately, my neighborhood is very, very nice. Whoops. Sounds like my neighbor hit a rock or something, or hopefully it wasn't the dog leash. Could have been the dog leash. I've got a steel cable that was stretched out across the yard because, oh, I hope I didn't break his lawnmower. Because I had the dogs out there, and when I unhooked it, it fell to the ground, and I am too stiff and sore to bend over and pick it up, so I left it. The other end is attached to a big eye bolt on my front porch. So, yeah, it's running, and I just heard a clank on my front porch. So yeah, he rolled up the cable and threw it on the porch. Good, thanks. I'm glad it didn't break his lawnmower. So enough about my crappy neighborhood. And oh my God, my hair is so hot on me right now. Uh, um, because I've been in so much pain, I haven't been able to do any knitting on my sweater. I've got this much on one sleeve. I tried doing 2 sleeves at a time. It didn't work. This is actually, it looks purple, but it's actually a really bright, like Barbie pink, really bright. And I've got 2 more rows left to knit in that color, and then I'm going to switch to the other color. So I already pulled it out and ready to go, and it is bright yellow. Not quite that bright, but pretty bright, daffodil yellow. A little bit brighter than daffodils. Very pretty. Oh my gosh, I am so liking this sweater. Uh, I got a second set of the yarn so that I could knit the front of the sweater, but the back is done, and I have enough yarn to finish the sleeves. So I will take out the second set and knit the front to match the back, and hopefully get that done before the weather cools off, because it's very thin cotton, lace weight cotton, a little bit see-through, but you know, I wear a bra, so who cares? My bra covers more than my swimsuit does, so I'm not I'm not going to stress about the sweater being slightly see-through in some areas, but only when it gets stretched. So it is loose. It is a very baggy sweater. What else do I got going here? I need a drink of water. Got my Wonder Woman bottle from Tupperware. I took this out with me, full of water, ice, and sugar to my yard because I was going to trim my lemon tree. Picked a few lemons, squeezed the juice into the pitcher, sat down to drink the lemonade, and never got around to trimming my lemon tree. So yeah, I still need to do that too when the weather cools off, or maybe, you know, late at night. There's no moon right, well, there's a teeny tiny sliver of a moon right now, but maybe when there's a little bit more moon, I will trim the trees down the length of the driveway so I can drive down it. It's, like I said, a very narrow driveway. What else do I have going? Still forgot to bring a fortune cookie out. I just didn't have the energy right now to go into the kitchen and get a replacement because I ate the one that I was going to read. And when I opened it, there was a blank piece of paper with a little smear on it that might have been a fortune, but it was cut off on the bottom of the paper, so, or it could have been the top of the paper. That's how little the letters there were on it. So I have no fortune today. What else? Got to tell you a funny story about the dogs. I had fed them this morning and then came out to sit on the couch and do some knitting. And Honey Bear finished eating first. I swear, she just inhales her food, just sucks it up like a vacuum cleaner. I can understand that. She was homeless for a while and is still very food insecure. If there's food available, she will eat it. She will eat it to the point of blowing up like a balloon and not being able to eat anymore, and she still tries to squeeze more in. So I have to be careful how much food I put out. However, she doesn't touch Salisbury's bowl. So she finished her food, came out and sat in front of me, and I was, 2 hands scritchying her. and getting her, real deep ear rubs. She loves it when I press really, really hard on her ear canals and just like, and she was just in heaven, just really enjoying that when Salisbury realized, oh, there's dog food in the kitchen, and ambled his lazy way into the kitchen and ate his food and came back. And he started to climb up on the couch, and Honey Bear just shot between him and me, and squeezed between us, pushed him off the couch, curled around. She literally just lay on her back, just dove like a baseball player stealing home. Dove onto the couch, rolled over on her back, kicked him off, squirmed until she was on my lap so that I would rub her tummy. And he's lying there on his side on the floor in front of me, like, what'd I do? Silly dog. Yes. Didn't know what he was that he was being punished for, but he knew he got thrown off the couch for some reason, and he thought I did it, I guess. I don't know. So he's been afraid to get on the couch, but he has been running back and forth right in front of me, leaning on me, trying to get my attention. So I may tell him that he's forgiven and let him up on the couch soon, especially since Honey Bear's in the kitchen sniffing around to see if there's something she can get into. She knows how to open the cupboards, so everything is up high. Although I found her standing on the kitchen counter one time with her nose in a bag of chips that were inside a cupboard. So, yeah. That's enough about the crazy dogs. Terrible neighborhood. Nice neighbors, though. Had a really, really good time at the neighborhood block party on Saturday. That was so much fun. Don't forget, tomorrow is my birthday, so I will be giving away... What did you get into? Why are you dragging that plastic bag? What was in that? Yeah, Honey Bear got into the garbage. It's garbage nut. I got to take it out, which means I need to go pick up whatever it is she just dumped all over the floor. I can't see it from here, but yeah, that's probably what all that noise was in the kitchen. All right, well, that's enough for today. Check in on day 64 to enter the contest for the prizes. I will be giving those away at noon tomorrow, noonish. I will be hopefully recording from my sister's backyard. She's got a huge, absolutely gorgeous backyard. She's got a pond that is, oh my God, it is so beautiful. Lots and lots of very expensive koi in the pond, as well as she had a turtle and frogs and a lot of other wildlife that she's been nurturing around the pond. And a heron flew down and landed in her backyard. Those things are huge. It was like 4 feet tall, she said, maybe a little bit more than 4 feet tall, probably about as high as her shoulder, and a wingspan that is, she said, was twice her arm span. So yeah, those things are big. And it landed in the middle of her pond and decided to, proceeded to eat everything. Ate the turtle, ate one of the koi, the one that she just bought for $79, something like that. The pond shop where she bought it is clearing out their fish, so she got it at half price. So that's a $150 piece of sushi that bird ate. Yeah, hi Salisbury. Yes, you are forgiven. Okay, well, that's enough for today. Be sure to check in on day 64 and see if you can win a prize. Bye.